There we go. Sorry about that. I was being quiet while I wait for the system to come up. We are at Cincinnati today, folks. April 14th, 1908. Everybody would think it'd be Mordecai Brown be the starting pitcher, but it's Orvie Overall versus Bob Ewing. Let's enjoy a game. Let us introduce the starting lineups for the 1908, courtesy of the Cincinnati Enquirer, the Chicago Tribune, and Baseball Reference. For the Chicago Cubs, batting first will be Jimmy Slagle playing left field. Batting second is Jimmy Sheckert, who'll be playing left field. Jimmy Slagle is playing center field today. Frank Schulte is playing right field, who'll be batting third. Frank Chance is the first baseman, who'll be batting fourth. Harry Steinfeld, who will be playing third base for Chicago here in 1908. He's been there for a couple of years. Johnny Evers at second base. Joe Tickers at shortstop. They're still not talking to each other. Johnny Kling is our catcher, and Orville Overall is the pitcher. Yes, this game they did have relievers in this game. Both teams did win in the long run. The actual original game was 6-5. For Cincinnati, the starting lineups here for opening day, in front of 19,000 people, by the way, they say. Playing second base is Miller Huggins, future Yankees manager. Hans Lobart will be playing left field. Mike Mitchell is right field. John Ganzel is first base. Admiral Schlee is the catcher. Mike Maury is third base. Dodie Paskert is our center fielder. Rudy Hulswit is our shortstop, and the pitcher is Bob Ewing. If you notice, that is an all, except for Miller Huggins, that is an all right-handed lineup for Cincinnati today. Very unusual. In the original game, it was Chicago 6-5. Okay, just for everybody's information as I go along, I'm going to be pushing games back and forth. We'll not be playing as many. I need to go back into the databases and work with them. Certain things are missing. We're going to try to add to them. Mark at Digital Diamond is giving me his blessing. I'm going to make these mine. If I find information that he may want to use, especially in the earlier seasons, I can present them to him and let them know that they are mine. And that I've added certain things like strikeouts. I have sort of made up the caught stealings. I take about 40%, then add 2 or 3 to it, and that comes up a little bit different. So we're not getting everybody with a 95% success rate in stolen bases. Outfielder arms, if you notice they're sitting here all at 3, I'll have those fixed. It'll take a while. I'm working on 1904 right now, believe it or not. I'm working on the Chicago Cubs with 1904. I have downloaded this morning from 1903 to 1909, or 1904 to 1909. 1908 was already set up. 1909 was set up, but I looked at it and I didn't like it. It's got to be fixed also. So these databases are not complete. I have to fix them. We are at the Palace of the Fans here in Cincinnati. They said they had 19,000 people show up for opening day of this game. Very good for them. And without further ado, let's play some baseball. And let's see what we got going on here. Hello, 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 gang. OG, Al, and all I'm waiting for now is Beatles. Hopefully he'll show up. Let's enjoy some baseball, folks. I'm glad everybody came in. Here we go. Coming up first will be Jimmy Slagle. I'm going to lead the original lineups from 2008. This is exactly what they did, so you know what's going on. And as I said, and I'll show you guys real quick, we'll use his batting here. There is no strikeouts on his thing. Okay, that's incorrect. Baseball Reference does have the strikeouts. I'm going to add them to this. That will change. If you guys can follow the bouncing cursor, that'll change this right here. Okay, which means it'll alter some of this also, which is not a bad thing. Caught stealing, you're going to find out these guys have 95% stolen base rates when they get on base. We're going to fix that too. He had 17 stolen bases. I go to What If Baseball, by the way, is who I use. I'm not going to lie, for 2 stats: caught stealing and baseball arm, the outfielder's arms. I find they're, if you really think about it and you've got a good knowledge of history, they're fairly accurate. And that's what I'm going to do with that. I'll fix that. Plus I'll get, and plus I can work on that. and I'll work on the range. You're going to find I'll change the ranges when I'm done. I have a certain formula that I use myself. I think that Sean Smith, Dr. Sean Smith or Sean Smith has done all the formulas this way for all your ranges and stuff like that here in a lot of the games that keep in mind, were based on layman and baseball reference, and Sean Smith did all the ratings for fielding and a lot of stuff here, and I agree with him on a lot of them. I think I can tighten them up, and a good example would be Wade Boggs. In 1989, they gave him a third base rating of a range rating of a 1. By the looks of what I'm looking at, I don't think he's better than a 3 average third baseman in 1989. But in 1993, they have him as a range rating of 2, and by the looks of what I'm looking at, they're based on the range factors that they have presented to me in front of Baseball Reference. I think he's a 1, and I'm going to pop him up as such. So I've been working on this a lot. Anything after 1954, Mark over at Digital Diamond says he won't take the stuff. I don't blame him. He says I can give it to him. He says he can give it to the others if they like it. It's their call. Anything before 1954, I can offer it to him and he can take and he can look at it. I can just send the databases back to him, and that's what I can do here. I'm working on dead ball here now. Here's the first pitch. I've talked enough. And it is a 107 to Jimmy Slagle, batted 222 in 1908. That's heading out over to Miller Huggins. He turns and readies, bouncer up the middle. Huggins makes the easy pickup, heading that way, turns over, fires the Gansel for the out, and we have one down here in the top of the first. And let me set up my scorecard here that I keep. I keep the RNIGP, if he ever shows up again to see our games. I keep his style of a scorecard, you just don't see it. And I like the way it's done. It's not based on innings, it's based on at-bats. And for right now I'm going to do it the weird way though, but I think it'll work. So Jimmy Slagle was a 4-3 play here. Coming up to bat will be Jimmy Sheckard. Jimmy Sheckard batted 231 for our 1908 Cubs, had 2 home runs, 22 RBIs. Now, the field ballparks are good for the distances. Palace of the Fans is not, I believe, is not one of them in 1908. I can look at that real quick. So, in case everyone knows, the dimensions of Palace of the Fans. And here we go. For all the historians that are out here, including myself. Palace of the Fans in Cincinnati. Left field was 360 feet. Left center field was 418. A lot of the left center fields and right center fields were bigger than center field. Center field was only 400. Right center field was 375, and right field was 450. This was definitely, even in modern days, this is a pitcher's ballpark. Okay, this is almost like looking at, oh God, I want to say Oakland for a good example. It's a pitcher's ballpark all the way. Here's the pitch to Sheckard. And it is a 7-0-2. Bob Ewing here, he comes down the ball, looks at it, and that is just lost him. Just couldn't get it right up over to up just a little above the shoulders. He gets on with a walk. Due up here is Frank Schulte. Frank Schulte batted 236 here for the Cubbies. 1 home run, 43 RBIs. Did man steal 15 bases. See what I mean about that 95? Okay, you're going to see a lot of that, all right? And that is the one lone problem with this, with it right now. It will be fixed within a couple of weeks, okay? It takes me about 2 hours to do 3 teams if I'm very good at it. It's very tiring work, and it does put me to sleep, so I do apologize. Here we go, guys. And it is an 8-1-0 coming up over to Frank Schulte. Unless he's going to try for the lead, and they did. Not going to make it. Not going to make it. Fires the first tag, not in time. And here is the pitch. Schulte's ready at the plate. Here's the pitch. And it is a 7-1-9. Oh, and Ewing hit him. Plunks him with the pitch. Nails lost control of that slider. Caught him on the thigh. Coming on in on a nice little back door. And that brings runners on first and second. Due up here is Frank Chance, the first baseman, and also the manager of the Chicago Cubs. 2 home runs, 55 RBIs. Here for the Cubbies, here is the pitch. And it is a 583. If he's going to try to hit, and he is, 583. That's right over towards second base. It sounds like it. Grounded out there. Huggins comes up, that fires the heels it, throws down to first to Gansell. Double play. Ends the inning. 4-5, 4-6-3. Very, very good job by our Cincinnati Redlegs. And we are out of the inning for Bob Ewing. No runs, no hits. 2 runners left on base. At the end of the top of the first, it is Chicago nothing, Cincinnati coming to bat. Let me write that down. 4-6-6-3. Okay, circle it like I always do. This is a double play. Looks funny on my scorecard, but it's neat. Coming to bat is Miller Huggins. Miller Huggins, second baseman for the Cincinnati Reds, eventual manager of the New York Yankees, as everybody knows, in historical purposes. Overall, or Orvie, has pitched for quite a few teams. So for the Chicago Cubs, they had a 15-11 record for the Cubbies. And as you can tell, a 1.92 ERA. So he could pitch back then. And they gave him opening day stars ahead of Mordecai Three-Fingered Brown. He had 167 walks, strikeouts, and 78 walks. Yes, they are not. It's just a little over 2-1. Not bad for that time era. Here is the pitch to Miller Huggins. And it is a, ooh, hello. Come on, 637. And he winds Cox. That's hit towards Tinker, and it nips his glove, bounces down the line, and there is going to be an error on Joe Tinker. E6, Miller Huggins is on first base with the error by Tinker as it goes off his glove. The air rating on this is not bad. The worst one in this game is overall, though Harry Steinfeld has a 6% chance. Overall is 8. In one of my games, the one I just played beforehand, I had Brooklyn and Boston. Brooklyn won that one 7-1. And the worst error rating was on the third baseman. For Brooklyn, he had a 14%. Hans Lobert is up. He batted .293 for the Redlegs. 4 home runs, 63 RBIs, had 47 stolen bases. Here is the pitch to Lobert. And Huggins on second base. This one is a 6-3-2. Are they going to be able to advance him on the ground? No! And there's the pitch. Dribbles down the first base line. Kling gasses up, and he fires over towards Chance for the Rocket. They hold Higgins at second. 1-3. They kept him down so he couldn't move. 2-3 on the play. Mike Mitchell is our batter. He is batting .222 for our Cincinnati Reds. 1 home run, 37 RBIs. Struck out, stole 18 bases. Here is the pitch to Mitchell. And it is a 0-2-9. Here's the throw by Overall. And that's a swing and a miss, and he got him on the curve. Strike. That's the first strikeout of the game. Coming up to bat will be John Gansell. Miller Huggins is still sitting out on second base, waiting to move. He takes a slight lead out there. Here is the pitch to Gansell. And it is a 7-0-4. Gansell hits it. Tinker can finally get the ball this time. Line drive shot snagged right at the new webbing that they just invented here for Tinker. Great play. You can see the ice cream cone on that one. And at the end of 1 full inning for the Cincinnati Reds, no runs, no hits, 1 error. For the Chicago Cubs, one error, 1 man left. And for the Chicago Cubs, no runs, no hits. Let us check with the Peanut Gallery, see what we have going on today. At the Peanut Gallery, hello, OG. As we said before, glad to see everybody's here to enjoy some Saturday baseball. I've got football in the background. Obviously, it is quiet. This is not the game I'm interested in. As everybody knows, I am a Seahawks fan. That is the night game tonight. Honey Bunny's laughing at me because her team didn't make it. She likes the Steelers. Harry Steinfeld, noted most trivia questions. And he wasn't even the first third baseman for Tinkers to Everest a chance. There was another fellow right in front of him. Bob Ewing's back on the mound. He had 95 strikeouts in 1908 with 57 walks. ERA of 2.21, 17 and 15. Here is the pitch. And it is a 478. And that is hit. Lined out over there to right to Mitchell as he gets down over there, heading towards that line, pulls it in, stops the ball from going any further, and we have one down here in the top of the second inning. Bob Ewing, so far, he's on his game with those, even though he had a hit batter and a walk, so he is pitching him tight. Johnny Evers batted .300 for the Cubbies. No home runs. Doesn't mean he can't get one this year, even if it is on the ground. And you're going to find in this ballpark, if you get a home run, it is going to be in the park. Very few will get out unless it's over the 360 mark there at left field. Here is the pitch. And it is a 1-5-0. And that's another one. He rocked back, swung on that. It's deep in the right to that gap in right center field. Mitchell's on his horse. Reaches it up, and he picks it off. They are coming to play today. Mitchell picks that one off. Excellent play by Mitchell to get that ball to keep from going any further. Outstanding. We won't see that one in the highlight reels unless the Edison cameras were out here today to show it. Here is the, Joe Tinker had 6 home runs for the Cubbies, .266 batting average, stole 30 bases, excellent ball player. And him and Johnny Evers just pass each other in sheer silence. They haven't spoken to each other in 2 years. Here is the pitch. And it is a 3-3-0. 3-3-0. Nice hot shot, lined hard over towards User, but he's right there to pick it off. Jumps right at him, and that is 3 down. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base at the end of 1.5 innings. It is Chicago nothing and Cincinnati nothing. And today, let's see what we have here for our advertisements for the first part of the game here. See what we got. Whoops, wrong way. You'd be surprised what I find, kiddies. And that's right. Today's sponsored by the Reach Baseball. It's used in all the official games of the American League. The Reach Guarantee, the official baseball guide for. Also, we have the Reach official baseball guide for 1908 is on sale today by the A.J. Reach Company of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Has over 300 illustrations of the great 1907 World Series and by the 1907, and it is able to be sent to you via the mail. Again, Reach Baseball, the official guide and ball used in the American League. We are in the bottom of the second inning. Coming up is Admiral Schlee. You're not going to get that nickname in modern days, guys. Here we go. Here's the pitch by overall. Schlee batted .220. And it is a 2-3-2. That is a nice high fly ball heading out there to right field. Schulte is drifting on over, waiting for come on down. He can't make the grab. We have one down. Mike Maury's our batter, .220. No home runs, 23 RBIs he had for the season. This is 1908. I could dig in 1907, but why bother? Here is the pitch. We'll get there, guys. We'll get there. And it is a 462. Maury rocks it. Hits on the button towards second base. Right at Evers, though. He's able to get gets that hand out, smacks the ball into it. Makes the line drive catch, and we have 2 down. God, I did it twice. What a douche. I have the new counting system. Must be the Irish one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 9. Obviously, I'm not aiding anything. So here we go. Doty Paskert, .243 batting average with a home run he had for the season. Here is the pitch to Doty. And it is a 2-5-5. Lifted up way to center field. Slagel's waiting there to get under it, and he will grab that ball. And a 1-2-3 inning. 4 over the overall. At the end of 2, we have a 0-0 game going on here at Palace of the Fans here in Cincinnati. Coming to bat for the Cincinnati Redlegs will be Johnny Kling, Orvie overall, and Slagle. First time up for these two, for the first two fellows here. Johnny Kling is ready. He had 4 home runs, 59 RBIs. Here is the pitch for Johnny Kling. And it is a 208. And ground over there towards third base. Almost like where Maury was playing. He was waiting for that one, and he makes the easy play towards first. And we have 1 down here in the top of the 3rd inning. Coming up will be the pitcher, Orvie overall. He batted 129, 9 RBIs. In this league, pitchers pit. Here is the pitch. Come on. And it is a 4-2-1. He winds Cox. That one is swung on and it's lined right towards center field. Here it goes. Miller Huggins towards second base. Makes the running grab and makes a great play on the line drive. Gets it so it doesn't get out of the infield. We have 2 down. Miller Huggins with his 3rd play here in the game. He is getting highly involved in this one. Started a doubleheader. Started the first out of the game and now a line drive. Coming up is Jimmy Slagle. He grounded out to the very same Miller Huggins in the 1st inning. Here is the pitch to Slagle. And it is a 6-9-1. Taking his time, hard bounce to the right-hand side. Gansel picks up on the second hop, and he shoves it over to Ewing, who came over to help him with the play, and we have 3 down. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base at the end of 2.5 innings. It is Chicago nothing. Cincinnati comes to bat here and also scoring nothing. Batting for Cincinnati will be Hulswit, Ewing, and Huggins. Hills is getting ready to take his turn. He batted .228 for the Redlegs in 1908. Beautiful day here in Cincinnati. 19,000 people attended this game according to the newspapers. Here is the pitch. And it is a 6-4-9. That's heading out. He got a piece of that ball this time. Winds up, delivers it. It's a towering fly ball. Major League one heading way back. But Checker's able to step on back. Makes the grab, pulls it, and we have 1 down. Due up here is Bob Ewing. He himself batted 149 for the Reds. And stole a couple bases during the season. See what he can do here. See if we can get this game rolling. Here is the pitch to Ewing from his counterpart. And it is a 0-9-9. He gets a piece of it. Looking to get the sign. Here we go. There's a big bouncer over to Evers. Able to make the leaping hop. Nice play to get it. Cranks it up and unleashes one that gets away from Chance. He fired it too hard. And Ewing will be safe with the error. We have a second error on the Cubs by Johnny Evers. E4 for any of you keeping score here today. And Ewing is at the plate. Ewing here is ready. And we'll see if we might be able to get a stolen base out of our pitcher today. Hold on. Goes for the lead. Not going to make it. Not going to get it. Not going to get it. And Alvarez looks over and even just dives back just on the quick look. Huggins is at the plate, ready to go. First time up, he reached on an error by Joe Tinker. Here's the pitch. And it's a 6-1-4. It sounds like he skied that one. He got underneath it. Yes, he did. Got underneath it. Skies it out towards left field. Shecker gets the second out of the inning for the Chicago Cubs here in the 3rd inning. Coming up is Hans Lobart. Hans Lobart grounded a weak little dribble to our catcher, Johnny Kling. Ewing's at first base. Lobart's at the plate. Here we go. is a 517. Down the ball, he gets it. Here we go. That's heading down the line. High chopper to third base, and Steinfeld boots it. Steinfeld boots it, and so far, 3 out of the 4 infielders for the Cubbies have made errors. E4, E5, and E6. That's the 3rd error for the Cubs this game so far, and yes, in the National League back in these days. That's a true story. Let me see what the game actually looked like in this one here. In this game here, actually the Cubs had 3 errors. So far it's playing to what it's supposed to, but I don't think this early though. More can happen. Mike Mitchell is up last time up. He struck out. That's overall's first strikeout here. That was his overall's first strikeout, and there's only one. Here is the pitch to Mitchell. It is an 8-8-3. That pitch going to look like it sits on the button towards the shortstop. Way too fast. Gets past over the second base. Whizzing right by. Coming on in. That's the center field right into base hit for Slagle. Slagle's got the ball, but here comes Ewing. He comes around and he will score the first run of the game. Lobart will stay at second base, and Mitchell gets a base hit and the RBIs for the Cincinnati Redlegs to start the season here in 1908. Mitchell's at first. Or Ewing scores? Yep, Ewing scores. He didn't yet. Okay. There we go. Mistake on the scoreboard. 1B and a RBI. Okay. All right. So, 1-0 Cincinnati here in the bottom 3rd inning. They finally get on board. John Gansel's coming. And that's the first hit of the game, by the way, for both teams. So, everything's been errors so far to get base on, except for walks. Here is the pitch to John Gansel. And it is an 8-6-6. That's another one heading out that way. Swung on. That's bullet deep toward the shortstop. Again, Tinker can't quite come up. That just gets past him on the ground. Heading into Slagle for the base hit. And Slagle cuts it off. Lobart's being waved around for this one here. And he is going to score. Mitchell will take second base as they are playing a very patient game here for the Redlegs. And it is now 2-0 Cincinnati. Admiral Schlee is coming up. Admiral Schlee is coming up, and it is 2-0 Cincinnati. Overall is getting a little bit hit here. Here is the swing to Schlee. It is a 1-2-4. Here's the money pitch, and it's hit right to Tinker, and he's able to grab the second hop, fires over towards first, ends the inning. But the Reds draw first blood. 2 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error. Only 1 earned run, or maybe 2 unearned runs in this one here. Cincinnati 2, the Chicago Cubs nothing. Due up for the Cubbies will be Sheckard, Schulte, and Chance. We're going to be going into the top of the 4th, but first, as everybody knows how much I live for this stuff. Let's see what we got going on here, guys. Okay. Okay, yes sirree, Bobby. And we have from one step from the factory to the foot here in Cincinnati, Beacon Shoe. For Beacon Shoe, they have 3 for $3 and $3.50. You have a wonderful pair of shoes. They are union made, a high grade shoe at a very low price. You can buy these shoes through our agent in your town here in Ohio. And we also have quite a few of the deals here in Cincinnati, Cleveland, and Columbus. See our new 1908 spring styles here at Beacon Shoe. We are going into the top of the 4th inning here in our great game. Cincinnati has a current lead of 2-0 over the Chicago Cubs. Jimmy Sheckard's coming at the bat. Let's see how the Peanut Gallery is doing today. Beatles! About time! You're late. You are late. We are here. Drop the question in your Pure Sin game. I thought he dropped it. If that's a new version, I need to get my hands on it. So And I will. That way I've got that one there and Crash Davis's game, so I can have them both. I don't mind. It doesn't bother me any. I think Sean Sullivan gave Crash Davis permission and gave him his blessing. Here is the pitch. Checkers at the plate. So far he is 0 for 1 last time up. Actually, he walked the last time up and was stranded. It is a 3.99. And he's got a nice little ball on that one there. Driven towards the gap in left center field, hanging out towards that mail pouch sign. And here goes Paskert, and he picks it off. On the run towards the fence, makes the grab. We have one down. Frank Schulte, last time up, he was hit by Ewing. He's going to be a little bit more cautious this time on how much he crowds the plate. Ewing's ready for him, though. He's going to try to see what he can do with him. Here is the pitch to Frank Schulte. And it is a 1.67. That's heading out towards Hulswit. And snared on that way on that ball. Makes the grab, and we have two down on a nice line drive shot. Hulswit was able to take that hit away as he was heading towards second base for any of you. Again, you'll have to see that one on the Edison cameras if they show it at the theaters. As part of their shorts before they show the main two-reel movie starring Mary Pickford. Here is the pitch. Frank Chance, last time up, he hit into a 4-6-3 double play. We are in the top of the fourth inning. Here is the pitch. It is a 4.88. And here we go. Swung on that as a liner right over to second base. But Higgins was right there. Was waiting for him in the right spot. Takes care of it. We have three down. At the end of 3.5 innings, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. At the end of 3.5, it is Cincinnati 2, the Chicago Cubs nothing. Coming to bat for our home team Redlegs is Mowry, Paskert, and Hulswit. Mike Mowry so far today is 0 for 1. He lined out to the second baseman Johnny Evers. In the second inning, here is the pitch. It is a 6.84. And lined over to first base, right there to handle. It was easy. It was chances. He was playing down the line, waiting for that one. Makes the easy grab. We have one down in the bottom of the fourth inning. Due up will be Dodie Paskert. Dodie Paskert, last time up, flew out to our center fielder Slagle. To end the second inning, here is the pitch. And it is an 8.35. And Dodie's got it slapped out there. Turns on the rubber. Here we go. Lionheart over to the shortstop. Tinker still can't get his hands towards it. Not moving over fast enough. Obviously, his range might be a little off. And Paskert is able to get into first base with the base hit. That is the third hit of the game for the Reds. In case you're wondering why I'm not playing stolen bases, it's because I need to fix them. And Beatles, what I'm using is what if sports baseball section. If you look at the baseball reference and you scroll down to a lot of these players, you'll see where it says what if sports. Click it up, you get what if sports stats. The caught stealing, I think, is math on there. What I do is I swipe 40% off the caught stealing, and then I arbitrarily take either another 2 or 3 off it, and that I'll get caught stealing. That will change this number right here. There are too many of these out here in the early 1900s. I got to fix that. It'll also change this number too, where his lead is not near. His lead may stay, but it may not nearly be as much. The other thing I'm fixing, Beatles, and I have to get it on every season probably up until they start showing it. For some reason, Baseball Reference has it on the individual players, but for some reason, Digital Diamond is not catching it. It's strikeouts. I have to fix all the strikeouts for every player out there, and let's use Rudy Hulswit for a good example. I'll show you, Pete, so you know from your fellow gamer, there's no strikeouts. Intentional base on balls weren't counted unless you want to try to read it in the newspapers, and you really won't. Caught stealing, is what I'm also going to play with. And at the same time, if I see sacrifice flies by ball players, I'll post them. But that's also another stat that wasn't counted back then. Okay, that's what it was. Also, I'm fixing the ranges. I have my own theory for ranges. Mark says yes, I can use it. He just doesn't want it. It's okay by me. Okay, he's waiting for. I'm hoping he waits, and hopefully he'll get them from Sean Smith. Sean Smith is the guy who does all the ranges and errors and all that good fielding ratings. He did them all. All you guys have them in every one of your games. You just don't know it. Keeping in mind that everything's picked up from Layman and Baseball Rep. What I'm trying to do is tighten it up. And I think I'm doing it. Mark likes it. He says I can turn them into him. He'll hold on to them. He can put them in the form. Everybody wants them. They can have them. The early seasons, if they want them, they can have them. All I got to do is let them know that these are guesses. Here's the pitch. And it is a 7.682 Ruly Hewlett's. And if you didn't get that, Beatles, I'm sorry. We can always email each other on that one. And that's a walk. Paskett will take second base on that one. Runners are at first and second here. The Reds are threatening. By the way, in the original game for you guys, as I said, the score was 6-5 Cubs in the original game in 1908. Cincinnati put 5 runs across the first innings. The Cubs fought back the entire way. Bob Ewing's at the plate. Last time up, he reached. Did I miss somebody? No. Yeah, I did. I missed somebody. Okay. Oops. Last time up. Oh, that's right. Okay, never mind. Looking the wrong way. Okay, I got to put him in there for a walk. There we go. All right. Screwed up. All right, Ewing's at the plate. Last time up, he reached on error by Johnny Evers. Scored the first run of the game. And it is a 6.96. That's hit out. Sounds like it's got it there. The corners are keeping in, but swung on in. That's looped to shallow center field. That Tinker's going out. Steele's coming in. Joe Tinker's heading out there. Makes the dive. Makes the grab. Great play by Tinker. And he is out. Ewing is out on a great diving catch by Joe Tinker. Paskett was so shocked he watched the play and ended up having almost got picked off going back second base. Again, that one will be on the Edisons, folks. That will be on the Edisons. And hopefully our photographer here at the Cincinnati Enquirer gets a good shot of him on the ground with that great diving catch. Coming up is Miller Huggins. Miller Huggins so far has reached on an error and flown out to left field. Here is the pitch. And it is a 1.55. It's a number, gets just in front of the plate. Klink pounces on it, fires over towards first. We'll get Higgins out on that for the third out of the game, the inning here. 2-3 on the play, and at the end of the fourth inning here, there was no runs, 1 hit, 2 runners left on base. At the end of 4 innings, it is Cincinnati 2, the Chicago Cubs. Nothing coming to bat for the Chicago Cubs is Harry Steinfeld, Johnny Evers, and Joe Tinker. All 3 of these players who are batting this innings are accountable for the errors in this game. Each one has one. As Tinker and Evers were looking at each other after they got their errors, they just quietly kept their mouths shut. Smartest move on both their parts. Here is the pitch by Bob Ewing to Harry Steinfeld to start the top of the 5th. And it is a 6-3-1. Steinfeld got a hold of it. That's a bullet towards second base. And another line shot to Miller. He's making quite a few plays today for the Cincinnati Reds. He has 3 putouts. He has 2 assists so far this game. Doing a marvelous job at second base for the Redlegs. Hanging in there. Johnny Evers will be coming up. I got this thing at medium too, by the way. If I go to slow, I think the detail will be a little bit more, but the game takes longer. So I just leave it where it's at. It's not a bad spot. You have, if anybody's never seen the game, and if you look, and I'll show you real quick, you can set the speed, the play-by-play speed right here. That's not a problem. I don't mind. If I go to slow, it'll give me more detail. Johnny Bravo did that. I go to fast, go bang bang, yep, in out. Okay, which is no fun. But this is what I've got. Yes, I've got the sound enabled, so we're going to get take me out to the ball game and at the bottom of the 7th. So that's quite all right. Al can sing it for us. Here is the pitch to Johnny Evers in the top of the 5th. 1 down. It is a 6-4-6. Here comes the pitch. Ewing at the belt, and that misses outside. He was a little fear of probably hitting him and let that curve go just a little bit over. It is a walk for Johnny Evers. Just the 2nd walk of the game given up by Ewing here, as he is doing quite well. Coming to bat will be Joe Tinker. Joe Tinker lined out to Hughes in to end the 2nd inning. Here is the pitch. Evers is at first. Looks like Gary's going to take a lead. And Evers leads off. That's what it was. He's not going to get it down this one here. Quick throw to first, and he dives back. He is safe, barely. Just got there just in time. Joe Tinker here's ready to pitch. Here, ready to hit. Here's the pitch. And it is a 7-4-9. And Ewing rocks. That's way outside. Schlee had to get over there to block the ball from getting past him. And that's the 2nd walk of the inning given up by Mr. Ewing. Tinkers and Evers are both on base. Johnny Evers at 2nd. Joe Tinker first. There is 1 down here. Coming with the bat is Johnny Kling. Johnny Kling last time grounded out to our 3rd baseman Maury. Ewing's in the stretch. Here is the pitch. And it is a 7-4-0. And here we go. Klings takes one downstairs, down below the knees. And we have loaded the bases with walks. Overall's at the plate. The infield will be in because you can see that this has got a chance of going for a suicide squeeze for the Cubbies. See if they can get their first run in here in the game. Infield will be in completely on this one here for any play at the plate. Overall's up. Ewing's ready. There is no stretch. Diamonds, there is no place to put anybody. He has to get this man out. Here is the pitch to Orville Overall. And it is a 6-0-9. And they're right, Charles Bruin. That is smacked right over towards 3rd base. Ewing kicks, steals, hits hard on the ground. Up to Murray at 3rd. Throws a field for the force and to first. Too late. Orville makes over to first, but they got the play at the plate. They got down. They got Evers down at the plate. And that is a 5-1 there. 5-2 on that. Overall gets on with the fielder's choice. Tinker's at 3rd, Kling's at 2nd, and Overall's at 1st. There is 2 down. Johnny Slagle's coming to bat. He's got a chance to make himself known here. So far, we've got 2 down. 3 walks in the fielder's choice. Here is the pitch to Slagle. And it is, hey guys, all our great fans' bases are loaded on a 1-5-4. That is hit. Oh, that's hit today for the reliable Miller Huggins, and it's lined out towards center field. Huggins starts towards 2nd base. Makes reach out that glove. Makes the play as he goes on a stretch for that one there, and makes a good somersault. The Cincinnati Reds have held on to that ball for Ewing. No runs, no hits. There were 3 runners left on base at the end of 4.5. It is Cincinnati 2, the Chicago Cubs nothing. And Cincinnati got themselves out of a huge jam there in the 5th inning. On an excellent play of defense finally, because Ewing just lost his cool just a little bit. Coming up for the Cincinnati Reds, Hans Lobert, Mitchell, and Ganzel. Hans Lober so far today is 0 for 2. He reached on an error by the third baseman, Harry Steinfeld, and he grounded out to the catcher. Here is the pitch. And it is a 0-5-7. Orville knocks it down, and a slider chased and missed. That is strike 3. That's the second strikeout of the game for Ovi overall. Coming up is Mike Mitchell. Mike Mitchell got the first hit of the game, and he has struck out. Stranded at second base at the end of the third inning. We are here in the fifth. In a very exciting 2-0 game, folks. The fans are just at the edge of their seats. For our ones who are out there in standing room only, they've got their soapboxes and they're standing on them. Here is the pitch. And it is a 3-8 for all the fans trying to enjoy this one today. Here in Cincinnati, that's heading out towards right field. Got a pretty good pitch, but he got underneath it and sends a very lazy fly ball over to Schultz. We have 2 down. Due up is John Ganzel. John Ganzel also got a base hit. He's got an RBI today. He is 1 for 2. Lined out to short the first time. Here is the pitch to Ganzel. And it is a 5-6-3. Overall turns around the rubber, stepped down the first base line. Chance able to get to the back, and he gets it. Flips to Overall, came over to make the play, and we have 3 down. A 1-2-3 inning for the Cubs. A very grateful 1-2-3 inning for the Cubs as they were having troubles in the past couple innings. No runs, no hits. Nobody left on base at the end of 5 full. It's a game. We have Cincinnati 2 and the Chicago Cubs nothing. And let's see what we got. You know I can cause trouble. Let's see what we got. We got a great one going here. We got a barn burner going here. And the 5th inning for all of you fine Irishman here. And here at our game today will be sponsored by Fine Old Burwood Whiskey. Straight whiskey. Bottled in bond out of Cincinnati, Ohio by the Gil Herman Company. Fine Old Burwood, a fine whiskey for all my Irish friends. We are going into the top of the 6th inning of Clint's Madhouse game as always. We got some old good stuff here, and we may even have some more fun. As always, we go here. And here we go, top of the 6th. Jimmy Schecker's coming up to bat. So far today, he is 0 for 3. Here is the pitch. Oh, he's 0 for 2, sorry about that. He walked and he flew out. 0 for 1 then. And, come on. It is a 0-2-2. And he got a piece of that one. Rocks it over towards right field. It's a sinking line driver. Mitchell's coming on in. And he comes on in to grab that ball. Don't pay attention to what you say there. Don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain, guys. Trust me, would you buy a used car from this man? Okay, Frank Schulte is up here so far today. He is also 0 for 1. He got hit by a pitch and lined out to our shortstop, Hulswit. Here is the pitch to Schulte, or Schultz. And it is a 9-1-5. That is heading over towards right field. Mitchell's going to get line drive again. It drops in front of Mitchell. He couldn't get there quick enough, and the Cubs have their first hit of the game. Schulte will take first base on the first hit by the Chicago Cubs. Ewing was pitching. We'll leave it at that, guys. So far, he has 4 walks today with 1 hit and a hits batsman. Frank Chance is at the plate. We finally got a hit by the Chicago Cubs in the top of the 6th. Here is Frank Chance hit to a double play and lined out to second. Huggins is having a field day over there today. Here is the pitch to Chance. Runner on first. He's in the stretch. Could be taking a lead. See if he can try to get to second base to help the Cubs along. He tried. 5-8-7 on that one there. Ewing fires the first, and Schulte was almost caught asleep on that one there. He had to get back there in time. Here is the pitch to Frank Chance. It is a 9-9-7. That's heading out towards left field. That 360 mark hit well into it. Low mark can only look back, and it is gone. Frank Chance gets over that left field fence at the 360 mark over there down the line. Makes the home run. And it is a 2-2 tie. Ewing couldn't hold on. Coming at bat will be Harry Steinfeld. Harry Steinfeld so far today has flown out to right, lined out to second base. And Ewing has finally got caught. Here is the pitch going to Harry Steinfeld. It's a 2-2 game, folks. 4-9-2. And winds up, delivers. That's a deep fly ball to right field. Mitchell's able to step back, makes the grab, and we get 2 down. 2 up is Johnny Evers. Johnny Evers so far today has walked, got caught, and got nailed at home plate on a fine play by Mike Mowry, and has lined out to right field. Top the 6th inning, folks, of a 2-2 game. Here we go. And 6-9-3. He toes the rubber. And that is ball 4. That is Ewing's 5th walk of the game. And for anybody who wants to know in this game, yes, both teams actually in the long run submitted in relief pitchers. Overall got the start over Mordecai Brown. Better knows 3 fingers to everybody, though he hated that name himself. Joe Tinker is up to bat. Here is the pitch. Evers over at first. And Evers going to try to see if he can get over towards second base. Quick turn, throw to first. No, he's safe. Tinker's ready. Ewing is ready. Here is the pitch. 2-3-0. And that's hit over towards short. Here it comes. Nice little high chop for the shortstop. Taken there by Hewlett on the second pass. Throws over to Gansel. Easily gets Tinker out by a couple of steps. And we have 3 down. The Cubs put 6 players out there. But they caught up. They got caught over, and Ewing gave 1 up. The Cubs have caught up. At the end of 5.5 innings, the Chicago Cubs, 2 runs, 2 hits, and 3 errors. The Cincinnati Redlegs, 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors. Coming up for Cincinnati is Admiral Schlee, Mike Mowry, and Dodie Paskert. Admiral Schlee so far is flown out and grounded out. Cincinnati, we got a 2-2 game. It has become a ball game again, folks. Here is the pitch. And it is a 107. That's headed out towards third. High chop to third base. Fielded by Steinfeld. And he gets over the chance and digs it out. Makes the play. We have 1 down. Schultz had to be careful this time, as last time he really got to play towards him. He aired it. Mike Mowry is coming at bat. So far he has grounded out. He's lined out the first, lined out the second. Here is the pitch. It is a 7-2-8. And overall turns, ready to deliver. Swung on line right to the mouth. Olay! Yes, he got that one. Snapped it down. Makes the grab on an Olay catch. Look what I found, Mom. There's 2 down on an overall catch. Yes, sir, Movie. He tried to get him on that one. Coming to bat is Dodie Paskert. He is 1 for 2 today. Base hit in the 4th. And has flown out to center field. Here is the pitch to Paskert. It is a 4-5-3. Ground hard over the shortstop. That's a stop by Tinker. He throws the chance on the easy play here. Took his time. 3 down, a 1-2-3 inning for the Chicago Cubs. At the end of 6 full, it is Cincinnati 2, Chicago 2. Coming back for the Cubs will be Johnny Kling, overall, and Slago. And for all of you English and Scottish folks out here and my Italian friends, our next brew is another fine beverage whiskey to come out of Cincinnati by E.H. Taylor & Sons, Old Taylor Distillery. A beverage whiskey of the topmost class, home of the Old Taylor. Ask your grandparents about it and enjoy. Hopefully it'll be a whole lot younger than what it was. And we are at the top of the 6th inning. We're back to see how the peanut gallery is hanging out in this one, folks. Come on, everybody get up there. And so far we have got ourselves a game. A wonderful, wonderful game. Welcome to Dead Ball Baseball, folks. I'm actually enjoying this. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell that Beatles guy I'm enjoying doing this. And Beats, I'm going to let you know, like I'm going to be working on a lot of the databases, so I won't be broadcasting as much as I should. I'll try to get 2 or 3 games in a week. I'm going to play with 1908. I seem to have got that one just rolling a little bit. 1929 will still be out there, and 1903 as I go along. But I also have 1904, 1905, 1906, and 1909. So, and 1907. So here we go. I'm building them all. Johnny Kling is up. Ewing is back on the mound, top the 7th inning. It is a 9-9-1 to Johnny Kling. He's got that going out. Let's see what happens. That's a fastball. That's line sharp towards right field. Down the line is heading down that way. And Mitchell was playing too far in. Here we go. The race. King is off to the races. And he is running second base. Mitchell gets that ball in. Fires it in towards Huggins. Huggins fires it towards Murray. Kling slides. And he has got the dead ball home run. Never mind what Chance did. Johnny Kling got the dead ball home run here in the top of the 7th inning. He is on 3rd with a triple. Coming up to bat is the pitcher overall. Not going to take a chance. The corners will be in for this one because they can always try to squeeze it in. Kling's at 3rd. Ewing's in the stretch. And I want to look at something real fast, guys. Forgive me. There it is right there. Nope, wasn't Kling who hit it. Harry Steinfeld hit the triple in the real game. Johnny Evers actually went 3 for 3. It was a well-played game, just the way it went. Okay. I even got the RBIs there. Son of a bee. All right. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here is the pitch to overall. Corners are in. So far, he's 0 for 2. They are right about that. It's a 3-1-0. That's heading out towards Rutherford Field. To the left. That's a moves in. He quickly pick it off. Overall is out. They're going to try to tag up Kling. And it is a 4-7-0. Coming on in. Coming is Kling. And he scores easily. The Cubs take a 3-2 lead on this one here. On the sacrifice fly by overall. So far he's 0 for 3 with the 0 for 2. With a line out and like that. Jimmy Slagle is up. So far he is 0 for 3 today. The Cubs have come back, taking a 3-2 lead in the top 7th inning. Jimmy Slagle lined out the second, ground out the second, and ground out to the mound. Did he? No, he didn't. Ground out to first base. God, I got that backwards. There we go. Sorry, guys. Poor scorekeeping on my part. Here we go. And it is a 9-4-1. And the Cubs seem to have solved Ewing finally. That's heading out towards right field on a little flare. Mitchell's coming on in, but he's a little bit too slow to react. Plays it on the hop. He has no choice. Catches the high hop, and Slagle will take it with a single. His first hit of the season. Runner on first base. Schecker's at the plate. Ewing's in the stretch. Starting to get a little tired, folks. Here is the pitch to Schecker. More likely than not, Slagle's going to take the lead, see if he gets the stolen base. And it is a 2-7-3. Does not have it. Quick turn, throw to first, and Slagle is safe. Schecker's at the plate, going for the bunt. never mind. It is an 8-9-5. That's heading towards third. Squares it down. He gets down. Good bunt. Picked up by Maury. Foley plays to first as it was deep into third base. And he was caught playing a little bit slow. Slagle will take second base. Sheckard will get the sacrifice hit out of 5-3. Slagle goes to second base. Schulte is up at the plate. There is 2 down. Schulte scored the first run of the game for the Cubs off of Frank Chance's home run, and he also got the first hit of the game for the Chicago Cubs in the 5th inning, or 6th inning. Here is the pitch to Frank Schulte, 2 down. It's a 9-7-0. The Cubbies are definitely solving him. On the hit and run, that's heading out towards right field. There goes the runner. That's line Shrub. That's going to down the line. That's heading to hit towards the corner. Out there, gets past Mitchell into about 400-foot mark. There goes, excuse me. Here comes Slagle. He's going to score the 4th run of the game for the Cubs, and Schulte will take second base with the double. He has 2 hits for the Cubs, and here comes Frank Chance. Frank Chance tied the game in the 6th inning with a home run. His first of the season over the left field wall, over that fence. And here is the pitch to Chance. Ewing is clearly in trouble now. Here is the pitch. And it is a 3-8-9. That looks like sounds pretty good. Spanked right to Huggins. He gets it real quick. Fires the first gets out of the inning. And the Cubbies put 2 runs on 3 hits. They left 1 man at the base. At the end of 6.5 innings, it is Chicago 4, Cincinnati 2. And as Al's sitting there humming to himself, "Take me out to the ball game," the rest of us are going, what happened? Coming up to bat for the Cincinnati Reds will be Rudy Hulsett. We will probably bring in a pinch hitter for Ewing. And let me see if I can get away with that. Hold on, I need to get the okay. The answer is yes. All right. In the original game, Bob Ewing only lasted 4 innings. According to this game, the way the Cincinnati Reds were. They must have had Sparky Anderson as their manager back then, too. And so they're going to have a pinch hitter. Though they brought in a pinch runner the first time, we're going to bring in a pinch hitter for them. They actually had 2. So just so everybody knows, I'm doing this on the up and up. As you guys know me well, I will keep a pitcher in if I can. I doubt it. I got to alterate the shelling here in 1908. Anybody want to give me a good arbitrary figure? I have it right now set at 6. If a pitcher gives up 6 runs, he's automatically declared shelled and he is out. I need to raise that number. Anybody who wants to give me a decent number so that the pitcher can still stay out there, I will take it. Here is the pitch to Hulsett. And it is a 0-5-5. Overall cranks it up, and he struck him out swinging on that one there. We have 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th inning. That is the 3rd strikeout for overall. Bob Ewing is up to plate, but that is not going to happen. Coming out into pinch hit for Bob Ewing. And as you can see, guys, if you really want to know how these teams played, that's my bench. That's all that's left in this infield. So if I had the injury thing on here for 1908, I would be in deep trouble. If I was playing that way of the game instead of playing it as historical, I would be in trouble. And as everybody knows, it would be Beatles back then. These guys would play hurt, but at the same time, though, if we're playing our games like Out of the Park, Action PC, if you guys have the injury rule in here on these games here, be warned. The Boston Beaniers of the National League only had 2 on their bench. Just so you know. So, John Kane's going to come into pinch hit for Bob Ewing. In the real game, he pinch ran. John Kane batted .213. First appearance up here in the 1908 season. 3 home runs, 23 RBIs, knocked in 61 runs, which is decent back then. Had 30 stolen bases. Like I said, we're going to fix a lot of that. Here is the pitch. Overall's on the mound. It is a 074. Hang on, guys. Got to reload the page. Anytime I hit a period on there, it'll screw up. But it'll still take it. There we go. Overall's coming on in. And he struck him out with a fastball. Coming to bat will be Huggins. That is the 4th strikeout for overall this game. So far, he is in 2nd place in the National League. With 4, the leader right now is 5. That's this early in the season. Coming up is Miller Huggins. Miller Huggins so far today is 0 for 3. Reached out an error, flown out to left, and grounded out to the catcher. Here is the pitch. And it's a 5-0-2. Hit high in the air to the left. Checker's going on back. Turns one way. He got twisted, able to get a return around, and he gets it. He got twisted going the wrong way, is able to come on back, makes the play, and we have 3 down. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base for the Cincinnati Reds at the end of 7 full innings. And we're going to be bringing in Billy Campbell to be the pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds, just so you know. This is true. He'll be coming in to play at the pitch. He had 2 saves. Actually, if they had saves, they want to call it that, there it is. They have more pitchers than they had relievers out there. Now the trick is that I don't have this thing set up because the transitions are not very good back then. So I'll build that up too, but I probably won't. And the trick is to avoid the pitchers who didn't play then. Like these 2 guys right here, Tom McCarthy and Charlie Rhodes. They probably came in for a cup of coffee and that was it. Same way over here. Bill Toza may have come in for a cup of coffee and that was it. As you can tell, he was nothing more than a reliever. Possibly. According to this thing, that's not true. He may have been a starter. So just so you know, that is 1908 dead ball baseball. And Billy Campbell's on the mound. He actually pitched 221 innings. He had 2.60 ERA, struck out 73, walked 44 in 1908. And if anybody wants to see the stats, he was 12-13. He started 24 games, completed 19 of them. Manly man. And he had 2 saves. So if there's 11 games here, he came in as the reliever. Just so you know. And this is what they did back then. More likely than not, if he was scheduled to pitch the next day, oh well. Just so you know. So Campbell's at the plate. And is on the mound. Harry Steinfeld's at the plate. Harry Steinfeld so far today is 0 for 3. He has flown twice to right and lined out to second. Here is the pitch by Campbell to Harry Steinfeld. It is a 7-31. Campbell has a side. Here we go. That looks at ball 4 on that one there. And Campbell's giving the look to the umpire today on that one there. That is the 6th walk given up, I believe, by Cincinnati. As the march to first base continues, as we saw there, we've got 4, 5, 6, and it hits Batman. Yeah, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6, 1, 7th walk. This is the 7th walk given up by Cincinnati pitching. Surprisingly, they still only got a 5-hitter out of it. Johnny Evers is up. He's at first. Here, Steinfeld's at first. Here is the pitch. Campbell's in the stretch. It's an 8-2-8. On the lead, Steinfeld tried to take the lead. Pick off the throw first. Did he get him? No, he tried. They looked at it. No, the umpire turned around. That was a little bit delayed on there. Got him safe. He held on to him. Evers is at first. Here's the pitch. And it is a 9-4-3. Evers got a piece that sounds like it's heading down towards right field line. There's a ducker in the right field. Mitchell got a great jump on this one here. And he didn't get it quick enough, but he will be able to hold on to it. And Mitchell just fires it back in, keeping Steinfeld at second base. We have runners at first and second here in the top 8th inning. The Cubs are threatening once again. Joe Tinker's coming up to the bat here. There are no out. The corners are in just in case. Top of the 8th inning. Runners on first and second. Campbell's in the stretch. Here is the pitch. And it is a 6-9-2. Coming on in. Ain't gonna happen though. There we go. It's another walk by the Cincinnati pitching. They're having a terrible time on this one here. That's the 8th walk given up by Cincinnati pitching so far this game. Bases are loaded. There are no out. The Cubs are threatening to blow this game wide open. Johnny Kling is at the plate. He tripled his last time up. 1 for 2 with a run scored. And he is walked. Campbell's at the mound. Here is the pitch to Johnny Kling. It's a 0-9-8. That's hit right too. Hopefully out of the corner. Here we go. The corner's creeping in. Bullet hit towards second base. Huggins takes care of it. Kling is out. On the line shot to Miller Huggins. 1 down. Is it possible the Cincinnati Reds can do it again? They did it once before in the 5th inning. Orvie Overall is at the plate. Bases are loaded. And I forgot to put him in. Oh, I did. Here we go. It's a 7-5-6. And hit right on the button. Grounded hard over shortstop to Hughes. Hughes is off balance. Throws to Higgins for the force. Oh, the first double play. And they did it again. The Cincinnati Reds, for the 2nd time this game, held the Chicago Cubs to no runs with the bases loaded on a 6-4-3 double play. They returned the favor they did in the 1st inning. 6-4-3. Double play. 2nd one this game for the Reds. They have shut down the Cubs and the bases loaded. And we are going into the bottom of the 8th of a 4-2 game. Cincinnati's still in here they are not here for the money. They're here to win. Orvie Overall is back on the mound. He's starting to look a little on the tired side. Here is the pitch to Lobert. Lobert so far today is 0 for 3. He has struck out, reached out there, scored a run, and he has grounded out. Oh, hell, if I lose that dice, I don't care. Okay. And it's a 2-6-6. Lost what I call the banger dice. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. And Lobert hits on the ground over towards second base. Taken there by Johnny Everest. Gets to the Frank chance for the first out here in the bottom of the 8th, 4-3. Coming up is Mike Mitchell. Mike Mitchell's got a base hit, RBI. He has struck out, and he has flown out. Orvie Overall has 4 strikeouts to go along with just 1 walk. His pitching basically has been pinpoint all game. Here is the pitch. It is a 0-7-1. And here it comes. Struck him out. Then he got him down swinging. That is 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning, and he got him out. Coming to bat now will be John Gansel. John Gansel so far today is 1 for 3. Has an RBI. Ground out last time to our first baseman who flipped it to Overall. Here is the pitch by the Chicago Cubs. Not good, guys. 1 dice fell out. And it's a 2-9-8. Foul ball, by the way, is what that was. And hit by here. Hit it right at third. Chance chased him to snare that ball down. They tried to get it past him, but Chance sucked it up like a vacuum cleaner. And we have 3 down. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base at the end of 8 full innings. It is Chicago 4, the Cincinnati Reds 2. We're going to the top of the 9th. Jimmy Slagle, Johnny Sheckert, and Frank Schulte will be our batters. But first, as we're having a good time today, let's see what we got here. And let's see what we have here for our good stuff going on here. And at the Lyceum Theater at Matinees Daily every night. And we have Mary J. Holmes' great story of a great play, Tempest and Sunshine. And at the People's Theater, they're down at the 20th at the People's Theater. the home of true burlesque. They have the gay toreadors for that. Down there at the Burlesque Theater at the People's. Every night, Monday, matinee, and they have a matinee today, April 15th, April 14th. In case any of you humorists are out there, this is what they advertise. This is, and all my advertisements are being taken out of the Cincinnati Enquirer of April 15th, 1908. I use these to verify the baseball lineups because a lot of the lineups are wrong. Baseball Reference does have the lineups, but they are good, but you're still going to adjust them. From 1903 to 1907, I have to get the lineups out of the newspapers. Okay, so just for laughs and giggles, that's what I do. Bobby Catalano, how are you doing? You're welcome to Dead Ball Baseball. We're having a good time, as you can tell. The last ad was a little risque, but it was legit one of the newspapers, so the YouTube police should let that one walk. It's 1908. Get over it. We're in the top of the ninth. Here we go. Here is the pitch. Jimmy Slagle, it's a 4-3-1. Billy Campbell's up for the second inning. And here comes the pitch. Nice little ground ball, high chopper to second base. Taken there over by Higgins on about third bounce. Throws it over to Gansel. Gets Slagle out. And Slagle finished the day at, unless the Reds tie up, he went 1 for 4. 1 for 5 now. Second time he's grounded out to Higgins this game. He grounded out to start the game. Jimmy Shecker's coming up here. So far today he is 0 for 2. He has got a walk, reach. He's walked twice, and he's flown out twice. And he got nailed on a play 5-3. Here is the pitch. And it is a 7-1-5. Here he comes. And it is looks like the ninth walk on an inside pitch. And Sheckard has walked for the third time this game. He's got a great eye, folks. We'll have to keep an eye on him this season here for the Chicago Cubs. 3 walks in the first game here in opening day here in Cincinnati. Due up here is Frank Schulte. Frank Schulte so far is 2 for 3. Got a base hit. Scored the first run. Got a base hit in the sixth. In the seventh. Knocked in a run. No, he didn't. I lied. Yes, he did. Knocked in a run. Here is the pitch. And it is a 4-5-0. That's for the lead. Did he get him? No, he's not back. Shecker's hustled back. Here is the pitch. Hit and run coming up here, guys. We're going to try for it. Shecker's on the run. Shecker's on the move. That's heading over towards Gansel. Campbell delivers. Runners going. That is a slow roll to first base. Gansel has to pick it up. Makes these toss. Campbell and taking second will be Sheckard. He was ready. Shecker's at second base. Gansel tosses over to Campbell for the out. 3-1 on that one there. And we have 2 down here in the top of the 9th inning. Coming up is Frank Chance. Frank Chance is 1 for 4. Hit the first home run of the season. For the Chicago Cubs, his first time out there. He did that in the 6th inning to tie the game up. Here is the pitch to Frank Chance. And it is a 4-8-5. And he hits high over towards right field. Not very deep. Waiting for it to come on in. He was playing shallow. It is Mitchell, and he's able to grab it. No runs, no hits. 1 runner left on base at the end of 8.5 innings. It is Chicago 4, Cincinnati 2. Coming up to bat for the Cincinnati Reds. Overall is on the tired side. Coming up to bat for the Cincinnati Reds will be Admiral Schlee, Mike Maury, and Dodie Pasker. Admiral Schlee so far today is 0 for 3. He's been held off the bases. He's flown to right and grounded out twice to the left side of the infield. Here is the pitch. And it is an 8-9-8. And he's got a piece of that ball. That's slapped in left field. Gets past Chai Steinfeld into right left field, and he makes the grab over there. He will take the base hit. And that is his first hit of the game here for Cincinnati, and the first hit in quite a while for Cincinnati since the fourth inning. First hit for Cincinnati, fourth inning. Overall is still on the mound. Mike Mowry is at the plate. We have none down. Bottom of the ninth inning. Tying runs at the plate. Here is the pitch to Mowry. It's a 0-9-1. And Mowry heads over there. So it looks like he's got a nice high line drive. A little line over towards left field. Schicker's got a great jump on to come on in. Makes the running grab. Gets it back in time. And Schley will stay at first base. You'll look at that there in the newspaper. It will be just a line drive out. But he had to get quite the distance to get that ball up. Almost a shoestring, but he's able to catch it right around the knees. Dodi Pasker's coming up to bat. So far today, he is 1 for 3. Base hit in the fourth inning. He's the last guy to get the base hit. Here is the pitch to Pasker. Overall's in the stretch. It is a 0-3-6. And Pasker waits, and here we come. Strike 3 is called as Orville paints the outside corner. The umpire, it looks like, may have given him that one due to a past mistake that we had going on here already. And he gives him that one there at the corner. Paints the black. We have 2 down. Coming up is the shortstop, Rudy Hulswet. He is 0 for 2 with the walk. Struck out his last time up. Orville has 6 strikeouts. His arm is just like rubber. And he has let Frank Chance know that he is just flat tired. Here is the pitch to Hulswet. And, folks, it's a 0-6-2. Overall, get them on. He doesn't have much on the ball. And here he goes. A pitch swung on a miss on a 59.5-foot curveball, and he is out. That is the ball game, folks. Chicago 4 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors. Cincinnati 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Let's get to the box score here. We'll make this game official. In case anybody wants to know, the next game I'll be playing will involve the New York Giants at the Philadelphia Phillies. I do not have the pictures because I have to put them in myself. This is manual entry. Frank Chance would be the hero of the game. He went 1 for 5. He got the tying home with the home run. Personally, I think it ought to go to somebody else, and I could fix that myself. I think Frank Schultz could have got it with his 2 for 4 effort. All right, before I go on, let me thank my gang. OG, thank you very much. Bobby, glad to see you're here. Please do join us. We do a lot of I'm doing dead ball, more dead ball. I do 1970, as Beatles will tell you. I have 1903, 1908, 1929, 1961, 1965, 1968, 1978, 2017, 2018, which I insult royally. If you want to watch me insult baseball, I will let you know when I have a 2017 or a 2018 game up, as I call it, the Girly Manly League. I want to thank Beatles, my partner in crime, and my fellow historian of the game. Al, Red Sox fan, the dean of all of us who does this. I want to thank Al, the dean of our broadcasters, who probably got most of us into doing this than anybody else out here. So I want to know who his mentor was for doing the broadcast for YouTube. The original Grognard. I have yet to view your channel. I need to, though. I've been told you have a lot of good stuff on your channel. Bobby, I haven't seen your channel yet. I'll have to go on there. I'll have to shoot for you guys. And anybody else who watches and enjoys this game. I want to thank the YouTube police for not punishing me for putting up that for putting that advertisement out there from the Cincinnati Enquirer, and I can back that up, guys. So have no fear. And I want to thank anybody else who watches. So let's go to the thing. Then we'll have our grand finale here. As Al taught all of us, let's do the pitching first. For Cincinnati, Buck Ewing gave it all. He did. Unfortunately, starting the 6th inning, he started getting a little on the tired side. And in the real game, he only threw 4 innings. Gave up 4 runs on 5 hits. All 4 runs were earned. Walked 5, didn't strike out a soul, and gave up the home run to Frank Chance. Billy Campbell came in through the last 2 innings. It got a little shaky at times. He also walked 3. Cincinnati had 8 walks the entire game. I will be posting that in Delphi forums and on the Digital Diamond Baseball side that nobody uses anymore. And I posted also in Digital Diamond's forum, which is very difficult to use because I can't get the pictures in there. I can in Delphi forums. I like Delphi forums, and I told Mark how I do it to get the box scores looking nice and pretty and straight in Digital Diamond's forum. For the Chicago Cubs, Orvie Overall, or as his name is, Orval, pitched a complete game. Tired on his back end, 4 hits. Gave up 2 runs, none of them earned. Thanks to 3 errors by the Chicago Cubs. Walked only 1, struck out 7. Excellent game to go. For our bats, Cincinnati. Not really much. 4 hits out there. Hans Lobert scored. When he scored, he had reached on an error. And Bob Ewing, when he pitched, he reached on an error when he scored his run. But Mike Mitchell and John Gansell both got credit for the RBIs. You know something, I hate this scoreboard. There we go. This is the one I liked. Thank you. Cincinnati did participate in 2 double plays themselves. One in the first, one in the 8th. And they also shut down the Cubs twice. The Cubs had bases loaded twice and was shut down. So Cincinnati does have a defense out there, folks. We will keep an eye on Cincinnati here in the 1908 season and hope they will progress along very nicely. They left 6 runners on base for the Chicago Cubs. And we got a nice little list going on here. Frank Schulte was the only one that had multiple hits. He went 2 for 4 with an RBI and got a double. Frank Chance had a natural home run over the fence, over the left field wall. I can give credit that went over the fence this time. Went 1 for 5, 2 RBIs. They got him as the player of the game. Johnny Kling hit the dead ball home run. He got a triple. His first one of the season. 1 run, 3 hits, scored a run. And Jimmy Slagle scored a run. There were no strikeouts by the Cubs. Like I said, 8 Cubs walked. Johnny Evers, Joe Tinker, and Jackie Scheckert all had 2 walks apiece. Great clean eyes for themselves. I thought Scheckert had 3. That's not what he had. Okay. Oh, he reached on the base. Okay. Oh, he reached on an error. That's what he did. No, he didn't. Sacrifice hit. That's how he got him. That's how he did it. Okay. So, anyway, folks, this has been a great game. Welcome to Dead Ball. The original game was 6-5 Chicago. Cincinnati put 5 runs in the first and couldn't hold on. For the Chicago Cubs, 4 runs, 6 hit, 3 errors. Errors by the way, Harry Steinfeld, Joe Tinker, and Johnny Evers, third base, second base, and shortstop. We will be fixing their ranges, and we'll be fixing their. If they play in the outfield, I'll fix their arm rating too. They need to be fixed. Everybody's showing up as a 3, and that's not going to be cool. So if the masters at Digital Diamond watch my games, you know what I'm going to do. If you want the database, you can always ask for it. I will send it your way. I don't have a problem. But for right now, until I know further notice and I can figure out what RetroSheet does and how they do it, okay, these databases are mine and mine alone unless anybody wants them, and I will send them to them through cloud, and that way you can have the databases already picked up and fixed. For Chicago, 4 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors. Cincinnati, 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. I got to export this out. I have to fix Frank Chance's pitcher. So I got a good photo of him up. Come on. Don't do this to me. There we go. There we go. And I want to thank everybody who showed up tonight. Al, Beatles, OG, Bobby, thank you very, very much. I'm looking forward to seeing somebody else on the line tonight. I have no idea who, but I will watch you. Or if I don't watch you, I'm listening to you at all times. So I hope to catch somebody. For anybody who took the time to enjoy my game, Indianapolis is killing Houston 21-0 right now. So for anybody who's watching football, my football game was terrible this week because Manchester City beat Liverpool 2-1. And Liverpool is no longer undefeated. But my other team is still up there. They're number one in League One. That's Portsmouth. So I'm all set there in European soccer. Everybody take care. Have a fun evening. It has been a true pleasure as always. And I'm going to try to broadcast one tomorrow if I can. Let's see how tired I am. If not, I will broadcast one on Monday. And I'll probably pick I'll probably bring up another 1903 game. Let's have some fun, guys. Everybody have fun. Please, baseball is... It's a pastime. It's a life for me. It's a love and a passion for two of us in here, especially myself and Beatles, who live and breathe and die baseball. Like I've always told everybody, Field of Dreams is the only movie I've watched that has made me cry. And in case anybody wants to know, it's that final speech that James Earl Jones puts up about baseball itself, about people will come. And yes, they will, as I can tell by tonight. Thank you again very much. Everybody have a great evening, and peace out.